Last episode, we finally got the anchor winch in and working. This episode, we wrap up most of the small jobs around the place and our dream boat starts to take shape, looking better and better every day.
Oh, the feet are tingling.
Salt meets urine makes rock. Probably the grossest thing I've ever done.
We were getting used to the yard life, waking up early to the heavy machinery in the metalwork factory next door, and then working late into the night before giving in to exhaustion.
Hello.
Popao was really starting to look like the boat we'd imagined. Now that we had a bunch of the boring maintenance jobs crossed off the list, we could finally focus on making her look good. Michael finished getting the pinstripes off with the help of the caramel wheel, and then he polished the entire hull. In total, that's about 150 feet's worth. A huge job.
When it brings me to my knees and no one even sees my wheels slip away.
So now that the boat was polished and washed, we could finally put the Antifoul on.
Finish wiping the bottom back, so yeah.
It's all done, is it?
Yep, it's all done, ready to go. I've just got to sand out the little rough patches and that's it.
Oh,
What was that?
rock.
I won't take you anywhere. Oh, there it is. Oh, there.
You doing, Jess?
Just whipping up some fresh Antifoul for the morning. It's black gelatin. What sort of? It's 10 litres, but it weighs about 20 because of the copper in it.
Been mixing it for about 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem to get any thinner.
It's
Probably should have a power mixer.
definitely. And then Michael dropped a rock in which doesn't make it easier.
We were doing 2 coats. Now the first can be painted on up to 2 weeks before launch, and the second must be within 48 hours of splashing to be the most effective.
So we just finished putting on a coat of Antifoul this morning. Boat looks amazing. It's good to see everything finally sort of coming together after lots of half-finished jobs and waiting for things to dry, waiting for things to arrive and all that.
After watching boats come and go, it was a good feeling to finally be getting somewhere on our to-do list, even though the small jobs just kept popping up.
So I was just gurneying the little rope pockets on the side of our boat. I'll show you the first bit of rot that I found. So this is the rope pocket that it's in, and that's the rot just there. This one is in really awkward position here on this edge, so big chunk missing there. Then come in down the bottom here, that screw right there probably wasn't sealed, right in the middle of all the timber rot. So anyway, just going to let it dry out and Dremel it away and see how bad it is, and hopefully it's nice and contained just in this box. You know, we can do that once we're on the water. I just want to get off the hard.
We just kept prioritising jobs and reminding ourselves to only focus on what needed to be done out of the water. We also had to have our rigging changed due to insurance. This would keep us covered for another 10 years. The standing rigging is something you should always ask about when boat shopping. This replacement rig cost us about $5,500 and was something we'd factored into in the purchase price.
Well, it's not all sundowners and tropical islands. Pissing down with rain today. It's freezing cold. Decided to work on the toilet. So here I am, cleaning up a toilet macerator. We've cleaned some of the hoses out. We had to replace some. They were just fully limed up, and when salt meets urine makes rock.
Yeah, that's what's on.
And the whole thing was just full. It's probably the grossest thing I've ever done. Scrubbed all the through holes there, got all the corrosion off, completely flushed them, worked the valves, lanol in them so they're not going to corrode anymore. double hose clamp there on that through valve. Yeah, and put in this new valve. The old valve, the selector was broken, so
That's what you have to fix.
that was the main thing. But yeah, me being me, I can't just half do it. So I've been replacing all the bottom hoses. I was just cleaning up this one here, which goes from the toilet to the holding tank. And I just pulled it like just the tiniest bit, and I heard this little cracking sound. Look at that. The whole fitting just cracked. Like, that was seconds from breaking. So we would have used this holding tank in a few days when we went in the water, and all the stuff that went in there just all over the place.
Tsunami.
Yeah,
And we would have been
tsunami.
like, man, it really smells.
Can you imagine trying to, and we would have thought, oh, it's all good because we've just redone it all. But look at
Yeah,
that.
and we would have been like, it really smells, and we're like, oh, I guess that's just boats.
That would have been like poo all through the bilge.
Tornado.
Look at
Oh.
With all the big jobs ticked off, it was just a bunch of fiddly little ones left, inflating fenders, getting the head sail shortened, and putting the boat back together. We also upgraded all the lights to LED bulbs to try and reduce our energy consumption.
Uh-oh. Nothing's easy.
Oh, well, I just kept
No shortcuts.
blew 2 fuses on this, just put the light in. That light never worked, and these were just plugged in straight in, and these 2 connectors were obviously folded up in the housing together, uninsulated, just sitting like this, blowing fuses, blowing fuses, blowing fuses, blowing fuses.
So if that didn't have a fuse, that
So
probably
that
would have
didn't
just
blow a
melted.
fuse, that would have gone on fire, and then all of that would have been on fire. But luckily it goes through a fuse connection. So we've got the warm white, which is about 3,500 colour temperature. So the difference between the warm
Kelvin.
white, yeah, Kelvin. So there's the warm white is what you want. This is like Grandma's house versus 7-Eleven. Grandma's house, warm, homely, train station, police interrogation room.
Junkies.
Grandma's house, 7-Eleven.
Put them on at the same time.
So you can see the difference. It's just
Grandma goes
harsh.
shopping at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's just harsh. Late night, looking for a kebab versus curled up with a cup of tea. on
Pumpkin
Sunday.
soup.
Pumpkin soup. Yeah, so see you later.
Servo lights.
7-Eleven.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Before we launched, we sent Michael up to change the bulbs in the mast lights. Luckily, we recruited our mate Stornan, who did all the hard work.
It's hard, Stornan.
He's too fat.
Holding on for dear life up there.
Hectic. So high. I know. Oh, the feet are tingling.
Join us next episode where we wrap up our last job of the refit and look at heading back in the water.
I am going to attempt to service the engines. Don't you have any faith in me, Michael? What are you thinking?
You need supervision.
Oh, wow. I could carry that. Oh, no, it's really heavy. You'll have to bring one out on too.
You got pain on your face. What's going on, Jess? Very rudimentary. And don't film the whole of my pants either.
That look horrible.
You're beautiful enough without makeup. You like that? Make me look like a real good boyfriend on YouTube.
which hardens the wood, just to make sure it's all good. Epoxy that, and
Hardens the
then
wood to make sure it's all good.
we can eventually
Make sure your wood is all good. When I was just a young buck, my wood was not good.
Safety Sam over there. Don't cut your toe off, please.